Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is the 3rd of January 2018, and you are on a weird weather date with me. When the sun acts weird, Earth weather acts weird, and people act weird. And well, the sun has been acting weird for a while. And so, now, we are going through periods of fire and ice. Fire being hurricane season, and then ice being new hurricane season in the winter. Sounds weird? I know. Are you ready for BomboGenesis? Well, here we go. On up the east coast of the United States. And the storm looks to continually be getting deeper and worse. What is BomboGenesis, you might ask? It is basically when the pressure bombs out. In this initialization at 994 millibars, this thing is about to take off. Over 2 millibars per hour rate of intensification observed last hour. The bottom is about to fall out. And that is not good news. I hope everyone on the East Coast is prepared, or definitely have your preparations by tonight. Because my big worries with this are wind, power outage, snow, ice, and flying chunks off of the ocean of ice. Frozen stuff. Now, 2017 was the weirdest weather I've ever seen in my life. So I don't see any signs that would say that it's going to change. Hey, it's an amazing sight to see in Charleston. Snow. And it's falling fast. All afternoon, people have been coming out to see why this wintry wonder where they didn't expect it. Well, if you'd been paying THORNEWS or WX Twitter, you would have known that winter was always on the books. I mean, technically, I called the storm 2 weeks ago. Cranky Weather Guy, been doing a wonderful job. I highly recommend following him on Twitter if you want up-to-the-minute dates. I mean, up-to-the-minute action for what is going on. And because this thing, I think, is going to break a lot of totals that nobody was expecting. So nearly the entire coastline now has blizzard warnings. And the intensification is going to cause maximum rapid winds. I saw something that said its lowest pressure point could be 960, which would match Hurricane Sandy, except for Hurricane Sandy was mostly wet, and this will be snow, ice, and rain. And so it's nasty, and the models keep having her coming in nasty. And so the sun went through, even though it's in a solar minimum, asterisk, LOL what, the sun went through a very, very, very active multiple X-class flares from July to September. So now her solar minimum period is low. So she's not pumping out a lot of activity. So I'm looking for this to be a very cold winter. We're going to see a chain of storms. Welcome to the new normal, 2018. We have a new Atlantic winter hurricane season. Go team. My dog enjoying the time in the sun. So the things I'm watching in the BomboGenesis: Freezicane, Grayson, wind, power outages, ice, big flying frozen ocean chunks. And we got to watch for the date when things might thaw for all states, because this could be a long, long duration event. And Eric Fisher is letting us know that, yeah, we do have multiple storms coming. I think we got one coming on the 9th, and then on the 12th, and on the 16th. So winter hurricane season has just begun, ladies and gentlemen. And if there's one thing we learned from last year, as I've run through the models for you, it's that people still aren't that good of attention. And look at that. That is terrific. And the weather is only going to continue to get weirder. And so we got to do a much better job of working together as a team. I think we dropped the ball with Puerto Rico. And sadly, some people won't know what I'm talking about until something like that hits them. And I think from patterns I've been watching, the East Coast of the United States of America and then into Europe are going to go through some pretty wild, nasty weather. We're in another one of those wave after wave after wave phases. So we got to deal with it. But for now, we will keep our eyes focused on the storm for the next 24 hours. So I'll be going through it with you here. I'll be editing some videos and then I'll be doing these semi-lives for it. But I just wanted to alert you guys that, yes, this storm is going to be a big storm. Pretty darn big storm. The models have it, you know, pretty nasty wind fields. And the thing is about it, one of the things I've noticed from watching it is like 2 of the 3 models have it keep its wind field back into the East Coast through the 5th. And then the GFS keeps showing like a giant water moisture area that kind of hangs off the coast for a while, which seems scary. I'll get into how this is literally like this is all 70-degree temperatures, and then this is all like temperatures. So it's this chain, the hot and the cold, the fire and the ice. And somewhere in the middle fits lightning and electricity. Okay. How y'all doing? But we need some long-term planning, people. Because like I said, it's going to increase. And if you'll notice, as the storm's pretty much down here and runs up the coast, it's the thing that created the coastline. These storms happening times, history, that's what causes it, creates it. And so have more active periods and less active periods. And we're definitely going through a period now. How crazy will it get? I don't know. Like right now, America looks like a McDLT. You got your hot side hot and the cold side cold. The Rockies is cold, but California is hot, which is weird. It's not, because it seems like there are active volcanoes up and down the coast that lead to the Alaskan volcano that's been going off all year. So it's definitely a good time to be paying attention, because